done. I haven't done videos this week. I've blown out my shoulder, and I'm just able to get up and move around this morning. So I'm going to do a review today on a documentary that I watched a couple of weekends ago. We did a marathon of on Hulu. For those of you who don't have Hulu, I'm going to leave a link below for the information to this documentary. This was done in Canada back in the 2000s, I believe. It's kind of old. But I went back through all the videos Ms. Volby done because she lives in Canada and I don't want to duplicate something that she's done. I've not heard her mention this, but this documentary was, what they did was they interviewed and solicited couples that wanted to go back and live in the 1870s and what I guess was Canada's West. Since I'm from Texas, I always think of this as the West, but the prize for each couple was $100,000. So they paid them to go and live for 1 year out in off of a piece of property where, you know, even though the store was 40 miles away, they had to work and do with what they had, and they gave them all the stuff to do. All the chores had to be done. They had to build their own houses. They had to. They were stripped of everything that was from the modern world, and they were given costumes and clothing, which I think, and part of this doesn't really, since us girls are so modernized, I think both women that were put out on this place decided to ditch the clothing, and I think because it was so heavy, and they did this for 1 solid year. 2 couples did. And what I found interesting about it was all the struggles that they had to go through that they really didn't think about. Not having toothpaste, they had to make their own. They had to do canning. They had to preserve their food. They had to hunt. And they had to build stables and, you know, put all their farm animals in safe places. They went through all the different seasons that Canada had to offer. And these were recruited from, you know, residents of Canada. And actually, a week into it, 1 couple falls out. So I think it'd be worth your while to watch. All the homesteaders, farmers, wannabe homesteaders. This is truly off-grid living, and they took them right out. They take you through the very beginning of interviewing them, picking and selecting them, and then they take you through the entire year, and it's, I believe, like 10 episodes, something like that. But it's really worth watching because you can take some information and get some ideas about, you know, what you're willing to do or not willing to do when you're going, you know, into an off-grid situation. Or it will absolutely prepare you for what it's really going to be like to do everything on your own, because they had to use period tools from the, you know, from that time period, and they also had to use you know, anything that was available to them. They were able to barter and trade, which I thought was really cool, and they did something that I really didn't think would have happened at that point, and that is they had a lot of outsiders coming in and out of their, what I would consider the camp. So just the personalities and how you had to get along and through a lot of stress, and it was really interesting. And I would give this one a 4 or 5 star, 5 being the top. I really enjoyed it, and I think I would even watch it again and get some different ideas. So I'm going to leave the information below, and I hope you'll take a look at it. It's called Pioneer Quest, and I'll leave the links. If you're a Hulu member, it's on Hulu if you haven't already seen it. And if you're not a Hulu member, I believe this link that I'm going to leave you may or may not be true because I haven't dug deep into it, but it seems like all the series are on YouTube. So check it out. It's called Pioneer Quest. It was done in the year 2000, and 2 couples were paid $100,000 each to go live out as if it were the 1870s. So I hope you'll check it out. Everybody have a great day.